years ago, I was in the sanctuary going from one place to another. I was just walking through the sanctuary, and there was 7, 8 of our girls from school ministry there. And I just had planned to walk through and say, you girls are beautiful. I just had it in my mind to say, you girls are beautiful. And I was in a hurry, so I just was gonna walk right by. You girls are beautiful, and keep going. And this thing happened to me. Now, I'm gonna slow it down so you can kind of get a feel for it, but this happened about this fast. So I walk in, I see the girls, and I think, those girls are beautiful. I'm gonna tell them they're beautiful. And as soon as I hear that, as soon as I think that, I have this other thought. If you tell those girls they're beautiful, they'll think you're sexualizing them. Or somebody will think you're sexualizing them. And so I think, well, okay, I shouldn't tell them. And it's, you've had this in your head. Should I do it? Should I not? And then immediately I have this vision. And in the vision, it's happening really quickly. In the vision, I'm taken back to the days when my girls, I have 2 girls and 2 boys, when my girls were teenagers. And my youngest daughter, Shannon, when she was about 15, our youth group used to have these alternative events for dances, and our youth pastor, Bob Johnson, used to have these things where the guys and girls could get together and learn to connect in a healthy way, in a healthy environment, so the dances. And so the custom was the guy obviously could ask a girl out to this event. Well, 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the event, the phone would start ringing. Now, Jamie would be almost 2 years older, so she'd be like 16, Shannon would be 14. And the phone would ring, and Jamie would run to the phone, and they'd say, is Shannon there? Phone ring is again, Shannon there? Shannon there? Is Shannon there? And about a week before the event, we'd have 2 or 3 of these a year. Jamie would say, I'm not answering the phone anymore. And then the night that Shannon would get picked up for the event, they were very close, and Jamie would act happy. Then as soon as the door closed, she would run upstairs, throw herself on her bed, and weep. I'd run up behind her, get on the bed right next to her. She'd have her head in her pillow, and she'd say, Daddy, am I ugly? 4 years, that girl never got a single date, not one. Not one guy ever called her in 4 years. She was beautiful. She is beautiful. She said, Daddy, am I ugly? Daddy, is there something wrong with me? Daddy, what's wrong with me? And I'd take her face in my hands and I'd say, you're beautiful. You know what's wrong with you, baby? You're so beautiful, you intimidate the guys. Don't tell Shannon. And I'd say, get your best clothes on. Daddy's gonna take you on a date. I took that girl on more dates in her high school years than I took Kathy in all the years that we were married. And of course, the goal was for her to have a better time, right? And she's married to a wonderful man now. I'm just so thankful for them. They pastor a church in Fortuna. I'm so proud of them. I'm in the sanctuary, and I have this vision. And then I instantly have this thought, what if Jamie didn't have a daddy? What if she didn't have a daddy in those tender years? To say, there is nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful. What if she didn't have a daddy? Or maybe she had a daddy, but daddy didn't connect. Daddy was like Simon. I mean, what if she would have, my daughters were virtuous, so please, this is not an allegation on their character. But what if she would have stepped over the line just to get that need met, that male affection, that sense I'm beautiful, I'm valuable? What if she would have done it 3 or 4 times? What if she would have done it enough times that her repetition became her reputation? Guess who isn't going to get hugged in church now? Listen, if you show affection to the opposite sex in church at all, Certainly somebody who has a reputation is someone you're probably not going to touch. And who needs it the most? And I had to stop. I bet you there's a lot of Jamies in the world who just don't have a daddy. They just get to that age and they just want to know they're beautiful. They just need affection. They need someone to tell them, you're so pretty, you're so valuable, and you don't have a daddy. I started to grieve in my soul about all the girls and boys, because boys need it too, who don't have a daddy. I was going to walk by those girls and say, you're beautiful. That was my only intent. But now, I'm going to be militant. I stopped where the girls are, and I said, you girls, you're so beautiful. If I was your daddy, I'd be telling you every day, you are so beautiful. They're like, oh, Pastor Kris. Come on, Pastor Kris. I said, no, I mean it. No, I mean it. You girls are so beautiful. Look at my eyes. You're so beautiful. I looked at everyone. You're so beautiful. And I walked on. And I thought to myself, I am never going to let the world tell me how to treat people when my heart is pure.